First of all, thank you for joining us this morning. Obviously, you have a very busy schedule ahead of you. First and foremost, what are your thoughts about the Lisa Irwin case based on what you've seen? And do you believe that Lisa is still alive?
Well, so far I am not rushing to any decision because we don't know all the facts yet. What the mother is saying could be true. The fact that she's lied about how much she drank is very disturbing. What's more concerning to me is the lie about the last time she saw the baby. Her story has now changed by a whopping 4 hours. Those are critical hours in the search for a missing infant. What do I think happened? Too early to call it right now. But I have high hopes the baby is still alive, but statistically speaking, the baby is not alive.
You mentioned the discrepancy between Deborah Bradley's timeline there and her attorney now saying that, she was under a lot of stress during that time, so don't overthink this. But do you think that's pretty hard to overlook?
I think it's very hard to overlook when a mom changes the timeline. The drinking, I'm not, again, as concerned about, half of America takes a drink before they go to bed. That's not a crime to have a drink on your front porch, but changing the timeline, very, very disturbing.
What do you make of the cell phones being missing in the home?
Well, apparently 3 cell phones missing from the home. I think that's extremely important because if those cell phones had been in the car, say, with baby Lisa as she was transported away, we would have picked up pings. What civilians may not have considered is that even though the cell phones were, quote, missing, the pings would still exist in phone records. So that's not really going to help. If anyone thought that's somehow getting rid of evidence, it doesn't.
These last 2 weeks, we've seen investigators time and time again go through ravines, go to landfills even, going to nearby creek beds. What does that say to you?
It tells me investigators have a very strong belief the baby is very close to home, which also narrows down the list of suspects.